Hello, how are you? I just wanted to say thank you very much for your continued support of the Cloud Therapist channel. There's lots more content coming soon, so please stay in touch. Hello, Mark. How are you? How's it going?
Hi, Richard. Yeah, great. Thank you. I'm pleased to be here.
Excellent. How are you finding the conference so far at SOOCon 2024?
Yeah, it's been great. It's still fairly early in the day, but I've been to see some of the plenary sessions, and there's been some great speakers there. Very inspiring, and big fan of open source. So yeah, it's great to support this event.
Fantastic. So let's maybe just start with a little intro to yourself, and then just kind of go into a little bit of a summary on Civo as well.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, so I've been around for about 25 years now. Starting to feel like a bit of a veteran in technology. I founded my first company back in 1999, which was a web hosting company. It was focused on domain names and shared web hosting. And I've really always been in technology since then. I've founded a few other companies in cybersecurity, even laying fibre in the ground in London, and various things like that. And more recently, the last sort of 5 years, I've been working hard at Civo to build the kind of a challenger provider to the hyperscalers for cloud technologies.
Right, excellent. And a little bit more about Civo. What's the sort of the main thing that Civo's up to these days? What do you guys offer?
Yeah, so Civo is a cloud provider, much like AWS or Google. We're not quite at their scale yet, but we are a challenger, and we provide a suite of services. But we particularly focus on making things a lot simpler than the hyperscalers in terms of the way you use our service. We remove a lot of complexity, and in terms of the billing as well, very predictable billing, no surprise charges. It's very easy to predict your bill month to month. So very transparent in the way that we work. And we're very community-led as well, which is really important to us.
Fantastic. And obviously, sort of cloud costs and managing costs in the cloud and so on has been quite important over the last probably 18 months or so. Certainly 2023 was a big focus sort of area for that. So you kind of mentioned transparency and sort of looking at reducing costs. How's Civo doing that?
Yeah, well, I think there's definitely a need for change, and I think what's interesting is that the economic situation over the last year or so has really driven companies to focus on costs, and certainly that's become almost the main reason we're winning a lot of business now from the hyperscalers. That's not how we set out originally, was to have our main USP as cost, but we are roughly about 50% cheaper than the highest hyperscalers for an equivalent service. And the way we've done that really is that we're not working to quite large as margins as the hyperscalers. You can probably see that they post some pretty big profits each quarter, first of all, so we do work to smaller margins, but we've been very efficient in the way that we operate. We came into a great time when we launched, which was a time when there's a lot of automation and things are in place now, so we're very lean as a team and can take advantage of those lower costs in that sense. And we were cloud native first from the outset as well, so we've really been born into a time when there's great technology out there that we've been able to build and utilise in that respect to create more efficiencies.
Excellent. And you mentioned to me when we were just kind of talking before the recording that you guys are kind of trying to make Kubernetes cost effective again. How's Civo achieving that?
Yeah, in a few different ways. I guess firstly, we don't charge for like the control plane. That becomes free with our service, so you're only paying for the workloads that you're running on our Kubernetes service. And really just the transparency and the predictability of the costs themselves. We include a lot with the kind of node pricing, so things like data transfer are included with our packages. You don't get charged additional fees for egress and for that data transfer. That's obviously a big cost when you're using hyperscalers. So there are a couple of the main parts, but I think I would say also that when you are using a hyperscaler, they are quite complex, and you do need larger teams to kind of manage those products. So we've tried to strip things back a bit and make things a lot simpler in that regard. So particularly it allows for smaller teams that maybe don't have deep pockets that can actually have a more cost-effective service.
Right, excellent. And you said that you also have data centers globally as well. Tell us a little bit about that, how you kind of covering things globally.
Yeah, so we have 4 regions worldwide at the moment. We have 2 in the US, one's in New York, one's in Phoenix, and then we have 1 in Frankfurt, and one in London. And also we recently announced a partnership with Deep Green. And Deep Green are actually using essentially immersing GPUs in oil, and then able to use the waste heat from that to heat leisure centres and swimming pools and heating systems and things. So we're actually partnered with them as their primary cloud provider, and that's another initiative that we've launched in the UK, currently out of their Exmouth data centre, which is actually using that heat to power a leisure centre swimming pool.
Excellent. Okay, so what's next for Civo? What are you guys up to next?
Yeah, we've got lots of plans. There's always things happening. We've got a big conference coming up in a couple of weeks of our own in Austin, in Texas, called Civo Navigate. So we're expecting about 1,000 people to that event, and we've got speakers from all over the world. And at that event, we'll be showcasing some new products and things that we're launching, and some of the cool stuff that we're doing. We have a particular focus on AI and ML, as a lot of companies probably do at the moment. But we're launching some products there, some new things that I can't talk too much about at the moment. But we have our own GPU offerings already, and so we just extended those into some more machine learning type services. And then we've got a few other products and features that we're kind of launching on the Kubernetes side, which is one of our core offerings. So yeah, lots going on as always, and an exciting future.
Thank you for watching this talk. If you enjoyed the content, please comment, share, like, and subscribe to support the channel. You may also want to check out some of the other videos on this channel. See you next time.